Hello everyone, I'm Professor Lee of Dr. Anti-Aging and Herbal Medicine TV. From now until early May, if you go to a foot of a mountain or a cool semi-sunny areas in the mountains, there is a plant that everyone likes because of its appetizing spring fragrance. You may pass it by without seeing it, but it's actually quite common, enough to see it in any mountains in the country. This is a semi-sunny mountain's foot about 350 meters above sea level, and all the thin single-leaf plants are Korean wild chives. There are so many, right? Even if you go a little higher up in the mountains, there are quite a few colonies like this. After studying some of the differences between Korean wild chives and long-stamen chives, let's take a look at the actual appearance. First of all, size is important. Korean wild chive is very small and is called baby chive. It has only one or two thin small leaves. On the other hand, long-stamen chive is large and is called big chive. It has many wider, larger leaves. Since Korean wild chive has small leaves, its root must be small as well. The bulbs are smaller than a soybean. However, long-stamen chive has bulbs larger than a soybean, and a fully grown one can grow to be about the size of a garlic. The most confusing thing is its Korean name. Korean wild chive is wild chive in English, which means wild chive. In reality, it mainly grows in the mountains. Even though it's mainly seen in the mountains, its Korean name is not mountain chive, but just chive. On the other hand, long-stamen chive mainly grows in the sunny places in the low mountains, forest, field, and riverside rather than high mountains, but it's called mountain chive. Long-stamen chive is a wild plant that has been used as a medicine and food in Korea, China, Japan, and East Asia since ancient times. However, because it tastes good and has good medicinal effect, the demand has increased, and because it grows well due to its excellent adaptability to the environment, it has become a cultivated plant. What you can see in the market is cultivated long-stamen chive. The flower shape of the two plants are completely different. I'll explain it to you while watching the video. This is a wet but sunny riverside. This is the environment that long-stamen chive like. It looks like several stems growing together, thick and strong. Doesn't it look delicious? The scale leaf sheaths at the base of the leaf stems also look very strong. When viewed from above, they look like chives. Let's dig up the rhizome. Wow! Unlike Korean wild chives that grow separately, long-stamen chives sometimes grow together like this. The wide and long ones are root, shaped like bearded root. The round ones are scales, about the size of garlic. Can you smell the spring scent? If you look closely, you can see several leaves growing from one root, right? Now, let's look at the Korean wild chives. This is a semi-shaded mountainside. Okay, did you find Korean wild chives? All of the countless single-leafed ones are Korean wild chives. You can see the flowers and bulbs that are exposed above the ground. I'll pause the screen for a moment, so please look for them. The small reddish-brown pea-sized things that are sticking out of the ground are the root, and the small white or rice-sized things are the flowers. Korean wild chives bloom male and female flowers separately. Let's take a look at a picture for a reference. This is the female flower of Korean wild chives. Can you see the spread stigma inside? And this is the male flower with several yellow anthers. It's really small, right? On the other hand, long-stamen chive flowers are much larger. They look like chive flowers, right? And the ones sticking out are the stamens. The English name for long-stamen chives is long-stamen chives, which means flowers with long stamens. Korean wild chives bulbs are often reddish-brown instead of white. The shiny reddish brown color is so pretty. Because they are small, only one leaf grows. The straight leaves are slightly curled forward. They are less than 20 centimeters long and have about 10 vertical veins. Now, let's look at the flowers. They are so small that they are hard to focus on. There are so many, right? When I dig up the Korean wild chives in the mountains, if you pull them out gently, they will often just come out. Now that you've seen in the Korean wild chives flowers, you'll be able to see them now. Here they are, right? Next to that, next to the shepherd pearls, there's a Korean wild chives. There's also a white bulb, not a reddish brown one, and the inside of the flowers looks like a male flower because it's full. Korean wild chive and long stem chive is so widely consumed as food that many people do not know that it is a medicinal plant with important effect. In addition to allicin, which gives garlic its flavor, the active ingredient is rich in saponins and flavonoids. And the really important effect is the effect of improving hyperlipidemia, and surprisingly, it's more effective than hyperlipidemia prescription drugs. After taking it for 12 weeks in 358 hyperlipidemia patients, triglyceride levels decreased by 30% in 70% of patients. LDL cholesterol, which is bad cholesterol, decreased by 18%. In particular, good cholesterol levels increased by more than 20%, which is better effect than hyperlipidemia prescription drugs. In addition, there are no side effects compared to drugs. If you are someone who has a cholesterol level that decreases with hyperlipidemia drug treatment, but has a hard time increasing the HDL cholesterol level, I hope you'll continue to take long stem chives as a vegetable or in soybean paste soup from today. Many of you tried long stem chives at the markets, so why not try Korean wild chives? If you go to the mountains in the spring and find them, dig up a few roots and taste them. Don't ignore them because they are small. Even though they are small, their taste, scent, and effects are almost the same as long stem chives.